You know how one single negative conversation can just throw off your entire day? Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful method for not just surviving those moments, but actually mastering them.
So let's just paint a picture here, one we've all experienced. You walk into work, maybe you've got your coffee, you're feeling pretty good, and then, bam, an agitated colleague is coming right at you, blaming you for, well, everything. It feels like a total ambush, right? You can literally feel your body tense up. And right there, in that split second, you're at a crossroads, a critical moment of choice, and the path you take next is going to determine not just how the conversation goes, but how your entire day feels.
So, what are the options? Well, path one is the default for most of us, right? You match their energy. You get defensive, your voice gets a little louder, your heart starts pounding. You've basically handed them the remote control to your emotions. Or there's path two. You choose to maintain your energy. You stay calm, peaceful, deliberate. It sounds almost too simple, but trust me, it is a total game changer. Okay, but how on earth do you choose that second path when every single instinct in your body is screaming, fight back? Well, here's the thing. It's not about gritting your teeth and having more willpower. It's about having a real, practical toolkit you can rely on. So, let's break it down.
Here it is, the whole method in one shot. Just 4 simple, actionable steps. Notice, breathe, speak, and maintain. Think of this as your mental roadmap for navigating the storm.
First things first, self-awareness. You can't control something if you don't even realize it's happening, right? So the very first thing is just to notice. Notice what's going on inside your own body. Feel that knot in your stomach, the heat rising in your face? That's the signal. You're registering their energy. And right now, that's all it is, just information.
Okay, now for your first active move. As they're ramping up, you're going to do the exact opposite. You, consciously, deliberately, slow down your breathing. A slow inhale and a slow exhale. This is your physical anchor in the storm. You're sending a direct message to your nervous system that says, nope, we're not doing fight or flight today, stand down. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to say something. And when that time comes, what you say is important, sure, but how you say it is the real secret weapon here. Speak slowly, deliberately. The pace of your voice is this incredibly powerful de-escalation tool. It literally forces the tempo of the entire interaction to downshift.
And finally, step 4 is all about persistence. You just keep doing it. Keep breathing slowly. Keep speaking deliberately. Your job now is to hold that calm frequency steady. And here's the crucial part. You are waiting for them to match you, not the other way around. You become the calm anchor they have to adjust to.
All right, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds nice in theory, but does it actually work in the real world? And why? Is this some kind of Jedi mind trick? Actually, no, it's rooted in some really fascinating science.
It all comes down to a phenomenon called neuron mirroring. Think of it like an invisible current that flows between people in any interaction. And the cool part is, once you understand it, you can learn how to direct it.
To put it simply, neuron mirroring is just our brain's natural, subconscious tendency to tune into and match the emotional state of the people we're with. It's why panic can spread like wildfire through a crowd. But on the flip side, it's also why one person's calm can be just as contagious.
And there's a perfect analogy for this from the world of music and physics. It's called sympathetic vibration. So imagine you've got 2 acoustic guitars just standing freely in a room, not touching each other. Now, if you walk up and pluck the G string on one guitar, something incredible happens. The G string on the second guitar will start to vibrate all by itself at the exact same frequency without anyone ever touching it. Your calm energy is that note. You're simply holding it steady until they naturally start to tune to you.
So how do you get better at holding your calm note when someone else is basically blasting angry music in your face? Well, you practice. And the great thing is, you don't have to wait for a real-life conflict to do it. You can actually train your body to separate stress from its physical reaction all on your own.
Here's a little exercise to try later. Think of something that causes you stress, and notice where you feel it in your body. Your shoulders? Your jaw? Okay, now take a deep breath in, hold it, and actually increase that tension. Squeeze that muscle even harder. And then, as you exhale, consciously let it all go. Just release it completely. Do that 2 or 3 times. What you'll find is pretty remarkable. The stressful thought might still be there, but you've weakened its physical grip on you. You've taught your body that it doesn't have to automatically react. You're building that calm muscle you need for those real-world interactions.
You know, this ability to separate what happens from how we react, it isn't just some modern life hack. It's the practical application of a piece of wisdom that philosophers and thinkers have understood for centuries, that our ultimate power lies in our ability to choose our response.
Agnes Nin put it so beautifully. That angry colleague isn't just an external event. How we experience that event is filtered through our own internal state. If we're calm, we experience their anger in a totally different way than if we're already anxious ourselves.
And as the Holocaust survivor, Dr. Edith Eger reminds us, even in the most seemingly powerless situations, we always retain the one thing that can never be taken away from us, the power to choose our own inner response. We can be a victim of circumstance, or we can be the one who chooses the path forward.
Which brings us to this profound final thought from Viktor Frankl. That moment your colleague approaches you, that's the stimulus. Your angry reply or your calm breath, that's the response. The real magic, the source of all our power, our growth and our freedom, lies in becoming aware of that tiny little space that exists between the two. The real question is, what will you choose to do with that space?